Hi, my name is Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker and professional traveler. It is, of course, Travel Day. I am here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, just 60-70 miles south of Yellowstone National Park, easily accessible by airplane from all around the country, or quite a substantial drive, at least 2 hours from Idaho Falls, over in Idaho, or pretty much a long ways away from just about everything else. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to share some of my favorite selfie spots just right around the square within a couple blocks for you to share your favorite selfies with other people. Jackson Hole is replete with options for you to take some sweet selfies, and I brought along, I'm filming on my phone, but I brought along my little point and shoot. It does have, of course, a flip-up screen. It's the Sony RX 105. I'll put a link below to that. Also, you can just use your phone. I'm using a selfie stick, obviously. So some of these locations may require a selfie stick because you might have to get a long ways away to get a successful photo. Or some of the spots are really, really up close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tour you around the square and its environs here, a couple buildings and a few secret locations to get your best selfie in Jackson Hole. Let's go check it out. Another excellent spot for your selfie is right by the rafting bear. This is at Davy Hansen's Whitewater. You can see I'm on Broadway here at the corner of Millward and Broadway, and check it out. Those bears are totally awesome, or you can have the rafting bear here. Wherever you want to get your selfie with this guy is totally solid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position myself here, see if I can get my selfie. Cool. On to the next point. Now, if you want to get some real mileage out of a good selfie point, the Wild West Designs, which is just down the street from Millward and Broadway, and the square is just over there. Wild West Designs actually has several points that you can crank out a selfie because they have lots of fun stuff going on. They've got a bear on the column here. Oh, hey, that's a bear butt. Check him out. Yeah, pretty cool. Or you can come over here. And this is probably one of the best spots. Let me telescope out my classy selfie stick. Oh, hey bear. Cool, so that is an option. And then they also have the antlers up here. Pretty neat. And they also have, also, if you want this little park bench, it has a couple little bears there, so wherever you want to be for your selfie on this one, it's pretty sweet. Now, one of the things about this bear is you're going to need a pretty substantial selfie stick to get this bear shot, so I'll have to change out my camera here, but you can see the bear is actually a seat. So that's pretty slick. So I'm just going to position myself here, and I'm going to take my shot with my bear. See how it looks. Good enough. So the Wild West Designs building actually gives you several options for a few fun selfies. And I'll show you that bear there just by himself. There you go. So Wild West Designs, solid. Multiple options on this one. Right next to the Wirt Hotel parking lot, and you can see the W here, there is a graded fence, and we are across from Hatch, where I just, there's one over at Wild West Designs too. That's a good selfie spot. And Azadi Rugs are two excellent spots for selfies with a bronze fly fisherman. Fisherman, it's still early in the morning here. Hang on, so a bronze fisherman. So let's see, I gotta get the picture here. All right, yeah, that's okay. But maybe, and this is my opinion, the cooler statue is the Native American fighting the eagle, or maybe pulling the eagle. Oh, it's called the eagle catcher. Let me read this for you here real quick. Legends tell of the capturing of golden eagle by a Plains Indian who believed the feathers were infused with the wisdom of great mystery. These coveted feathers, when displayed in the war bonnet, symbolize the capture of the essence of the Great Spirit. Through the eyes of the eagle, the great mystery speaks of the future and mystical past. The mystical importance of the eagle feathers to the Indian lore is rich with many tales of bravery. A warrior obtained the feather to represent each coup victory. Only after 29 to 30 feathers were collected did he earn the right to face an eagle and build a bonnet from the feather he had won from becoming an eagle catcher. This is from the West Lives On Gallery, and this is pretty sweet. So for selfie options, I'm not exactly sure the angle here. Maybe you may have to go a little bit high, but we'll try this out. And how's that look? Pretty sweet. So definitely some unique sculpture options here. Still along Broadway. We're a super short walk from the square, and we're going to keep forging on with your options for sweet selfies right around the square in Jackson Hole. Now here's one of the hidden selfie spots. There's a statue called Shia and Honor. It's actually pretty cool, and I'll show you where this is hidden. It's by Jarius Noble, across from the Word Hotel, and this is part of the West Lives On Gallery, and an outdoor sculpture. He's got a saber, and he ended up with a U.S. belt buckle, so you can imagine how that didn't happen well for the cavalrymen. But we're gonna take our selfie here. That looks pretty good. So this is one of the hidden selfie spots at Jackson Hole. You just have to be walking along and happen along this one, but it is actually pretty sweet. It's a sculpture of irony for sure, because he's got a U.S. belt buckle and a saber, so the only way you can probably get that from a cavalryman is, that's right, so little piece of irony there. Check out that sculpture. Not too bad as a selfie option, but we forge on. And just across the street from the West Lives On Gallery is the very, very famous Wirt Hotel. This is one of the historic hotels of America, built in the 40s, burned down in 1980. Oh, not totally burned down, but reconstructed and then realized. It's got the silver dollar bar and everything in there. It's pretty sweet. It's a little bit early, so I can't quite get into the bar, but you have the option to do this. So I would say this is an excellent selfie spot if you really like historic hotels. The Wirt Hotel, anywhere along the street, just get that sign. How's it look? Yeah, good. And while we're looking around for selfie spots, I just want to show you that the Wirt Hotel, 1981, sorry. Yeah, 1981. It did burn down, unfortunately. I'll show you where that staircase is, shown in that picture. Okay. Is right there. So that is sweet. But inside the hotel is a sweet selfie position. In fact, two of them. All right, here we go. Mr. Moose. And then upstairs, oh, actually, here we'll do the Bison as well. We're at it, since we're doing the animal tour here. Is the Bison is right by the front desk. So if you want to safely get next to a Bison, have a Bison over your head, not too shabby. But we're going to go upstairs, and you can also get a selfie with the elk that's upstairs. I'll show you here. Not too shabby. Again, the animal's not live, it's not a problem. They're hunted, and they're legally hunted, so it's not that big a deal. Selfie tour inside the hotel. You get at least 3 selfies out of here, plus being outside. The bar is closed right now, but selfie with the bars, it's okay. But it is an option if you're really interested in that. Now the bar is closed right now because it's early. It doesn't open until I think it's 11 a.m. But the bar inside there has the silver dollar bar. But one of the ones that's another secret that I like is this guy. So the whole story behind this Indian shot is this says the, let me show here. The above was shot by world champion Tom Fry with a .22 auto rifle at 30 feet in 90 seconds with no drawing. 6/27/1961, witnessed by Robert Dominguez, chief engineer, and Harold Yeager, general manager. So imagine shooting that from 30 feet away without a drawing. Bing, 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 bing. Reload. Bing, 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 bing. That is a cool selfie spot inside the hotel as well. And also, I think, yeah, check it out. So if you like old school gambling material, we'll just keep going here. Is the old blackjack table. The blackjack table was down at the Snake Pit, which is downstairs. It's not accessible to general folks anymore because, you know, gambling's illegal in Wyoming and all. But it's something to consider. And if you want to see, you know, the hotel burning down and all that. And then, hey, check it out. There's my grandfather. He's still alive, 93 years old. He's the last of the four who made the hotel famous. So we're gonna cruise on here and we're gonna go check out the roulette wheel. There's the original roulette wheel as well. Yeah, pretty solid. And if you ever find the silver dollar empty, which is highly unlikely, this bar is full of 2032 1921 Morgan silver dollars. You can check those out there. And if it's ever empty, which maybe it is in the off season, that is a pretty sweet selfie spot. I look a little dorky, but that's not the point. Here is the location that is super famous as well. Obviously, you can see the stairs behind me that burned down. And this is a famous selfie spot. Cool. So inside the Wirt Hotel, just like I was showing you before, the stairs here are a good viable option for a selfie. A lot of people stand up the stairs and either have staff or somebody else take a photo for their selfie inside the hotel. So the hotel, the Wirt Hotel, has a lot of solid options for selfies. So what I'm gonna do is hit back on the street here and continue with your options of the coolest selfie spots around Jackson Hole Square for you to make the best selfie on Instagram and whatever photo you want to do. Now here's a fun option. See this guy here and this little bear here. Where are you? This is at the corner of Broadway and Cash. So of course getting that little bear looking out might be a little bit tough for a selfie, but it's certainly easy enough to get this cute little bear here. So we'll do that. There we go. So that is viable, and you know, it's actually funny. One of my relatives told me about this because I've walked past these bears all the time, but I didn't even think that was a selfie option. So another in plain sight but secret selfie location. Now, if you want an interesting selfie, just inside the $1 Million Cowboy bar, they actually have saddles, horse saddles for bar stools, so that is a fun selfie option. Obviously the bar is not open early in the morning, but if you have the time and you want to get in there, just go to the bar seat and take a photo on one of the bar stools as a saddle. I mean, I've done that several times, and that is a great option as well for another interior building shot that is right on the square, and the Cowboy is right there. So $1 Million Cowboy, and this is definitely a popular spot to do those selfies. But if you want to get your picture with the bear, that is solid. Now as we go along here, we're going to go along the walkway. It's called the Boardwalk, and it is actually made of wood. It's kind of the nostalgia of old saloon town, which Jackson, way back when, I don't know if it was really a saloon town, but it was definitely an old town. But you come to the best selfie option zone ever at Mountain Trails. One of my buddies works here. This place is loaded. Let me put my glasses on here and going blind. With selfie options. You have the Wright brothers, Mark Twain, Einstein, Benjamin Franklin, Washington, a bear, an elk, and Lewis and Clark. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit all these selfie spots here, and they're right on the square. It is on Center Street and what are we on? Deloney? Right? Yeah, Deloney. So all these different selfie spots. Now, this might be a little bit hard without a selfie stick or somebody to actually take the picture for you. Let's see, there you go. Cool, yeah, the Wright brothers. And then if you like Mark Twain, talking to Huck Finn, I'm not exactly sure who the young girl is, but if you want to hang with Mark Twain here, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, or one of the most brilliant minds in history, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein, it's okay. And the eagle's kind of neat. I don't know, I guess it's a selfie. That was exciting. But Benjamin Franklin with his very famous tricorn hat. Oh yeah, Mr. Franklin. One of the founding fathers. How's that look? A little hard to see in the sun, but a solid. And the most utterly famous and well-respected George Washington, rated one of the top 2 presidents in all of history. Let's see if I can't do it without dropping my camera. Come on. There we go. George Washington selfie. And the bear. You know, you can do a selfie with the bear if you want. I guess I'll do that just for kicks. It's about as safe as it can get with a grizzly. And then the full-size elk sculpture here. Check that out. Totally cool. All right. Yep, a little backlit, so let's go on the other side. This is one of the things about doing a good selfie image. Make sure not to get too backlit. There we go. Now this, you know, it's interesting because it looks like Lewis and Clark, and I think it even says Lewis and Clark, and they've got a moose set of antlers from a moose that they killed, and it certainly looks like them, but whatever the case is, solid selfie there. So from there, we simply go across the street to my favorite selfie point, which are, I guess in proper grammar terms, the Antler Arches. Now there are 4 Antler Arches on the square, and you can see them here, yeah. And there are 4 Antler Arches on the square. However, the one on the corner of Broadway and Cash is extremely busy, so you may struggle. The one over on the corner of Deloney and Cash is not too bad, but my favorite is this one, which is on the corner across from, where is it, Wilcox and Dolly and Jackson Hole Resort, across from Mountain Trails. This is the best place. Now if you line it just right, you can get those antlers. Here, I'm gonna put my glasses, come squinting. You get those antlers right on your head. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that because it's gonna be impossible for me to see, but all right, yeah, it looks okay. So that is a solid selfie spot for selfies. So what I'm gonna do is, the Bison isn't out yet because of the mercantile, but I'll take it over real quick and just show you. And it's just along here, so I'll take you over there and show you the option. And just as an aside for selfies, there are little, what they call chiselers in the town square, and they are, I would say, pretty fearless because I am super close. Where there is the option of the war memorial here. Now it's pretty tall, so yeah, it's not too bad. So that is an option as well for selfies. So we're gonna keep going around town and show you just a few more that might make the best for your social media sharing. Oh good, just a little bit of patience and we have our Bison. Check it out. Bison that rolls outside of the Jackson Hole Mercantile. And if you ever want to safely get next to a bison, because they are ornery, dangerous animals, they are beautiful, they are iconic of the American West, but they are a 2,000-pound block of ornery. So you don't want to touch the guy because it actually damages the fur, and they say please do not touch. But you can come up here, take a cool photo with a bison, be completely safe, and get your iconic West photo. And one other little bonus selfie spot is the Jackson Hole Playhouse, which is up there. Yeah, Jackson Hole Playhouse was actually, I think it was one of the original post offices of the town. I don't remember where the historical marker is. It's the Spicer Garage Jackson Hole Playhouse. And the Spicer Garage was built in 1916. And inside, you can see we've got all sorts of neat stuff. So that's a little bit of a different selfie spot. Of course, you have to come out into the street and brave it, but you get right there, and that's they're playing Big River this summer. And if you want to check out live play acting, this is the place to go. There you go. And they play all summer. That's the season here. It's different than the Off-Square Theater, actually photographed for them, but they actually have plays here, live action, and I think it's almost every night, so check it out. I mean, not sponsored by them, but there you go. So if you want an interesting selfie location, because during the plays, so this is a neat secret, during the plays, if you have a ticket, you can get in there and the actors and actresses will get together with you and do selfies together, so you can have people in period costumes. So that is another cool secret location for Jackson Hole for neat selfies. And just down the way from the Jackson Hole Playhouse and the Wirt Hotels right there is the famous ski fence on the corner of Deloney and I think it's Millward. Check this out. It is an entire fence that has skis, a lot of cross country, some downhill skis all along here, and you see people taking selfie pictures here. So I just thought, you know what, I might as well add this into my video because it is unique. So I will take a picture of that. I don't know how that looks just like a bunch of skis behind my head, but whatever. That's the whole idea of this, is to show you the locations. And I guess like Fox News, they say, yeah, we report, you decide. So if you want to get a selfie picture of a bunch of skis, the corner of Deloney and Millward, that is the location to do that. One of the solid selfie spots too is at the $1 Million Cowboy Bar. Nice. So as you can see, around Jackson's Town Square, which is right behind me, there are no less than 6, 7, 8 main selfie spots, and at each of these selfie spots are multiple options. I'm trying to get rid of the sewer pump out truck here sewer pump out truck noise here. Still a little early, so my grammar needs a little help. But as you can see, just coming to Jackson's Town Square and just walking around a few blocks, there are a lot of sweet selfie options just to share the experience of what it's like to be in Jackson Hole. I've done other videos. There's the 50 wildlife hotspots. If you're really into wildlife, I've got a book link below. I'll put that below for you. But I think we're going to close this out. You'll see that the options for selfies, I would say, are not endless, but definitely sweet in this tiny little town of about 10,000 people, nestled in the Rocky Mountains, about 65 miles south of Yellowstone National Park, and just super close, 15 minutes, more like 5 minutes from Grand Teton National Park. Hopefully those options gave you some ideas to make some sweet, fun, and enjoyable, memorable pictures for you, your friends, and your family. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I am a polar explorer and motivational speaker and a professional traveler. I love this job. Please like and comment on the video. Subscribe to my channel. Just flip below, hit subscribe. That helps me. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me bring this information to you. Also support me on Venmo, PayPal, and Patreon. Links below. Thank you very much for watching.